Hello, John. I see that you have an order placed on September 17th that is currently shipped. Are you referring to this order or a different one?
With the Gemini Live API, your AI app can enable low-latency audio and video interactions. In this video, we take a look at how to use the API to generate your first audio. The API can process audio, video, and text to deliver human-like spoken responses. Let's look at a practical use case of the Gemini Live API that uses function calling to retrieve customer order history.
Hey, my package hasn't arrived yet.
Hello, John. I see that you have an order placed on September 17th that is currently shipped. Are you referring to this order or a different one?
Yeah, I haven't received it yet, and I want to check which address it was sent to.
I understand. It looks like your shipping address is 123 Main Street, Anytown, CA 12345. Is that correct? Your order from September 17th was shipped to that address. Would you like me to check the tracking for it?
When you want to build a voice AI app or agent, there are two approaches you can use. There is an approach that uses speech recognition, LLM, and speech synthesis. In this case, you will have a speech-to-text model that converts the user's input audio into transcription. Then there is an LLM that processes the transcribed text. Finally, you have a text-to-speech model that processes the output audio the user hears. The other approach is what we call real-time. In the real-time category, you can use an API like Gemini Live API or use the OpenAI Real-Time API. With the real-time approach, we completely replace the speech recognition and synthesis models with a single model that can handle them to provide human-like spoken responses. The Gemini Live API has a comprehensive set of features. Let's look at some of them. The API supports function calling, so you can connect external tools to access real-time information, for example, booking appointments and completing transactions. With function calling, you can access external content without hindering its real-time connection. The API has tools that include search, function calling, code execution, and URL context. So let's look at a demo that uses the Live API to create bidirectional AI voice system that streams audio through a user's microphone. So this example uses Google AI Studio to show an example of practical Gemini voice agent and demonstrate how the Live API works. You will find a link to the sample app in the description of the video. So I will click the record button to start talking. I want to go to Iceland with some kids. Can you give some recommendations of places we can visit?
Iceland is a fantastic place for families with kids. You could explore the Golden Circle, which includes amazing sites like the powerful Gullfoss waterfall, the Geyser geothermal area, and Thingvellir National Park.
What about Venice, Italy?
Venice is a unique destination for families with kids. Exploring the canals by gondola or taking a water bus is always exciting for children.
We are now in the preview. You can also explore the code. This sample app uses JavaScript libraries to connect to the Live API to create a user-agent voice interaction. Another great feature about the Live API is its proactive audio capabilities. This feature makes voice interactions feel more natural. Proactive audio automatically ignores unimportant things that may happen during conversations. It better understands interruptions, pauses, and side conversations. The proactive audio capability also results in an improved accuracy in noisy environments. Using the Live API, you can connect your AI applications via WebSocket. You can also go with a custom implementation that integrates WebRTC. There is a built-in voice activity detection that allows the audio models of the API to recognize when a user is speaking and when a user has finished speaking. It also has a built-in session management support. With this, you can stream input and output continuously to establish a persistent session connection. You now have an overview of the Gemini Live API and how it works. I have also shown you a practical sample app using the Gemini Live API. Let's look at how to get started with the API to generate your first audio. I will launch my favorite IDE. So we are going to use Cursor for this example. Let's add a new folder and call it Gemini Live API and CD into the folder. You can get started with the Live API in Python or JavaScript. For this example, we are going to use Python. So let's set up a virtual environment in Python and activate it. Then we install the SDK and get started. Since we are already in the Gemini Live API directory, we can create a new Python virtual environment. Next, let's activate the environment we just created. The next thing to do is to add a new file, that is a .m file, to store my Gemini API key. Then I'll add a new Python file. I will bring the integrated terminal with control and backtick and install the Gemini SDK with this pip command. I will upgrade my pip and run it again. In the Python file we just created, I will add the following imports. This consists of the required libraries for file handling, audio processing, environment variables, and Google's Gen AI SDK. Next, I will add the following code snippets. First, we load the environment variable from the .m file to retrieve the Gemini API key and initialize the Gen AI client with the provided API key. Next, we will add model and session configuration. So we select the Gemini model capable of real-time audio input and output, and configure the session to expect audio responses, and also set our system prompt. Then we set the default URL for sample audio. So this is going to get this audio file from Google Storage. Next, we will define an async function for end-to-end audio interaction. So this main function will do 4 main things. First, we open a real-time session with the specified Gemini audio model. We define the input audio file path and auto-download the sample audio if it is not present. Secondly, we will override the input path via environment variable. Next, we will validate and read the input audio file and read the raw PCM audio data as well. Then we send the audio input to the live session. So the last thing we should do is to prepare the output audio file for the model's response. Then we stream and run the audio responses as they arrive. That is everything we should do to get started with the Live API to generate an audio. Let's run the file in the terminal. You have noticed here we have an error because we added the import for python.env. However, we haven't installed that. So let's install it. I will clear the terminal and run it again. You have noticed here we now have 2 audio files in the Explorer. We have audio.wav and also a sample audio. So the sample audio is the user's input voice.
Hey, can you hear me?
And audio.wav is the response from the agent.
Yes, I can hear you. How can I help you today?
This is how you can get started with the Gemini Live API to generate your first audio. When working with the API, you can decide which kind of audio model you want to use. It provides 2 categories of audio: native audio and half cascade audio. So for the example we use in the code, that uses half cascade audio. That is Gemini 2.0 Flash Live. We can also use Gemini 2.5 Flash.
Yes, I can hear you clearly. How can I help you today?
We have 2 models and a half cascade, Gemini Live 2.5 Flash and Gemini Live 2.0 Flash. So let's put a comment here and uncomment one of the native audio models. For example, this one, Gemini 2.5 Flash Native Audio Preview, that was released in September 2025. I'll save the changes and run the file again. So we have the sample audio again.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How can I help you today?
So for the sample audio, we have a male user. Let's look at the audio generated.
Yes, I can hear you. How can I help you today?
For that, we have a female voice as the output audio.
Yes, I can hear you. How can I help you today?
So let's look at the difference between native audio and half cascade audio. The native audio option is excellent for building multilingual and natural sounding voice applications. So with this option, you can also access Gemini's advanced features like affective dialogue, which allows the model to adapt its output to an input expression and tone. With native audio, these are the models available. Gemini 2.5 Flash Native Audio Preview, that was released in September 2025. Then we have Gemini 2.5 Flash Preview Native Audio Dialogue, and also an audio thinking version. With half cascade audio, native audio is used as an input, while the output uses a text-to-speech model. So that is everything we have in this video. I showed you how to get started with the Gemini Live API to generate your first audio. You can go further with the Live API to build multimodal voice experiences. I encourage you to check all the links in the description of the video to learn more about advanced use cases of the Gemini Live API and how to build advanced voice applications using the API